so we just looked at a clip of what Youth Exchange is. That's one of the clips that you've got. But tell us what you do. What do you do for the Rotary Club? What's your role?
I'm a volunteer with the Rotary Club of Burlington Central, but I also am part of the District Youth Exchange Committee.
Okay.
So we're involved in finding students to send internationally for this exchange program.
Okay. And we met. It's funny because David Vandenberg's he was on our first show, and he'll be on a couple other shows, but that's where we met at one of his events. He's been kind of like this central piece to everything. He was at Hayek, which is one of the events we met at, then at the Compassion Society,
Right.
and then I went to the Rotary. And
Yeah.
so we've all been getting around here, and you guys are doing some great work. How long have you been involved with the Rotary?
I've been involved about 10 years with the Youth Exchange Program. My daughter was an exchange student 10 years ago.
Oh, okay. So you're very familiar with how all of this works. You must have seen some incredible changes in the students.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They all come back with different experiences, and they grow as human beings. It's amazing.
It is. So what do the Rotary, do we, because I want to get on the travel program, if that's how that works. But so what do Rotaries do in general? Like I read what your mission is and stuff, but what do you guys do? Because there's different clubs. So let's start with what you do first.
So the Rotary Club is a service club. It's about helping locally in the community and internationally. We're involved with youth, seniors, all sorts. It's a service club, and youth is just one of the highlights of what we do.
Now you're the Burlington Central Chapter, so how many chapters, or how many clubs, I call them chapters, but how many of those are around, and are they everywhere?
We actually have 4 in Burlington.
Okay.
We have 52 in our district, and they are around the world in all countries.
Oh, wow.
So it's quite amazing. Polio, eradicating polio, is a Rotary initiative, and they're this close. It's quite amazing. So
you guys are taking on some serious issues. You're not just taking on garbage at the side of the road or anything like that.
We do that too.
I'm sure you do. And you guys have programs like the Rib Fest is one of your programs, right?
Yes, the Lakeshore Club in Burlington, they look after the Rib Fest. Huge undertaking, but they raise money, again, that helps the community. It's an amazing project. So
what are some of the, depending on when people are viewing this, the events might be done, but just give us an idea of some of the events that you guys are involved in.
The Central Club does Lakeside a la carte. It's an event down at Spencer Smith Park in August. Okay. The North Club does a bed race in September. Of course, there's Rib Fest, and there's a lobster fiesta that the other club does. We're a busy city.
I know what all my viewers are asking right now. They're going, what is a bed race?
You actually push someone down a bed on wheels down Brant Street.
My wife's going, how do we get into that one? Tell us a little bit about how the International Youth Program works. So we've seen an overview. We talked to a couple students that have done the program, but how do people get involved? Like, what's the first step? How do you find out about it? Just go to a Rotary meeting and you're signed up? Or?
Hopefully there'll be a presentation in your school, but if there isn't, you look up the Rotary clubs around you, you contact them, and they'll put you in touch. And often there's an interview process. You apply, there's an interview process. Those you've spoken with today were selected out of a number of applicants, so there is a process to be selected for the program.
Okay. And now, if you decide to be a student on the program and get awarded to go, does that automatically mean somebody else is coming to your place?
Yes, it's a reciprocal arrangement, not necessarily.
So you can't just send your kids away. You're going to get another one back?
No, you got to be part of this. The parents are a great support in the program. Yeah.
Okay, well that's great. So so they see some kind of presentation at the school level, and then is there any connection for the Rotary? Like, would they come to Rotary meetings to find out more? Or?
Absolutely encouraged to come to meetings. That's where they learn a little more about what Rotary does and what this experience is about. There's also a district level that trains the students to prepare them, because it's a huge shock. It's a cultural shock going, you could be going anywhere in the world. And so we like to prepare the kids for what to expect. And we give them resources if they run into any trouble. What can they do?
Okay, so that's a good point. If someone gets into an issue wherever they are overseas, the Rotary is still there. Like, they're not left on their own, right? Because it sounds like we're kind of on our own in Italy, but
Yeah. There's a Rotary Club in Italy who's actually hosting that student, so they're responsible for finding the families, for providing a counselor, and for providing support if needed. Some countries handle it differently. Some are more involved, some are less. In Canada, in Burlington, in this district, we're pretty involved with our students that come here.
Is there been any issues that maybe people haven't thought of? Like when you're, kids are going, we're going away, but is there something they should be worried of checking beforehand?
Things to be aware of. They will likely miss a year of school. They'll come back and have to do that year again. If you ask any students, they'd say it's worth it.
Yeah.
But there's a few things to consider. Are you really up for this challenge? It's not a vacation.
Okay.
It's work. You get great experiences, but are you really ready for it?
And I saw some presentations at the Rotary meeting I went to. So they have to kind of explain what's happened. They come back. They don't just arrive and say, well, that was a nice trip, and move on, right? Yeah.
3-year commitment.
Okay.
There's the year preparing, there's the year away, and the year they come back where they actually share what they've learned and promote the program.
Oh, okay. So they have to promote the program to
Yes.
others. Oh, well,
Yeah.
that's great. Well, from the stories we heard, it sounds like they're doing a great job.
Yes.
Where can we learn more about the Rotary?
You can go to the websites. If you look up Rotary Club Burlington, you'll find Rotary, and there's contact information. Ask any questions.